Do you believe she had any regrets about marrying into the Kennedy family?
That is hard to know. I think early years in a marriage are the hardest years. I think it was frightening. I think it took her a while to get comfortable. I think she very much did not want to disappoint John. She saw fame as the thief of joy.
The tabloids were relentless, claiming Carolyn was torn between two lovers, having a nervous breakdown, and there was cocaine, jealousy, abuse. Once upon a time, the captivating life of Carolyn Bessette-Kennedy, out now, sets the record straight. We're talking the top 5 biggest revelations about John F. Kennedy Jr. and his bride with author Elizabeth Beller. There were rumors of drug use, and it seemed like maybe the tabloids used that as a way to paint her in this poor light.
I spoke to at least 100 people. They all said absolutely not. She did not have a drug habit.
Caroline, over here.
She didn't want to go step outside. She actually started to hide at home, and that was the opposite of who she was. And the more she isolated herself, the sadder she got.
2, what happened the night the couple tragically died? I don't know if I want to say that they were vilified after their deaths, but there was a lot of finger-pointing blame.
Part of the reason I wrote the book was there was a book blaming Carolyn, saying that she made them late.
Yes.
For the airport, because she was sitting getting a pedicure for 3 hours just to get the perfect shade of lavender, which makes no sense because she always wore black. John is also a careful pilot. The director of the Martha's Vineyard Airport talked about how he would come to get his plane and go over everything, check absolutely everything before he took off, whereas a lot of other private pilots would just jump in their plane and go. So the whole thing where he's a risk taker and he was careless, I don't think it was that.
Number 3, the story behind this very public argument.
It really etched in stone this idea of her as wild and unappreciative of John. And part of the irony there is she's a person, I think, who practiced a lot of random acts of kindness.
4, John's biggest regret. Carolyn never met Jackie Kennedy.
Right.
Was that something that she maybe was resentful of?
I think it was a sticking point. It planted a little seed of doubt. And once he actually realized Carolyn was the one, by then Jackie was quite sick.
Finally, the book also touches on Princess Diana's death and why John never reached out to William and Harry.
It was painful for him to see someone else lose their life and have it gone over in such a public way.